Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to make a video about me. Many of you send me these amazing emails. I'm really grateful for them. So this is by no means me being ungrateful. This is actually me being humbled by it. That I think you guys put me on a pedestal and you think I'm some, I don't know, extraordinary person who's achieved X, Y, Z. To be honest, I'm just an average Joe who's not really done much, because there's so many people who are my age and they have all done far more and much better than I have. But again, but this is something that I want to really talk about, because when people give someone a compliment and they say, I want to be like you, or they're usually comparing themselves to someone else and thinking perhaps they haven't done so much in their life, or they haven't done so well in their life. Many of you message me or comment on the website saying, what have I done wrong, as in you guys, and how come I have done what I've done. Every individual is a unique person. They have their own circumstances, they have their own skills and capabilities, and it's not about hard work, it's about so many different things in life. I mean, it's hard to even make a list of them. Where you grew up, how your parents treated you, where you studied, what your friends were like, who bullied you, who didn't bully you, who gave you a compliment, how you look, how your brain works, like zillions of things, how your friends are, how your family is, where you live, the neighbors. So everything around us creates us as the people we are, and it is hard for most of us to go through life anyway. And on top of that, the media and the society has all these pressures and these things that are created to make us believe that if we achieve monetary things, if we achieve financial rewards, if we, I don't know, have a car and a house and X, Y, Z, it makes us better. It doesn't. At the end of the day, it makes us better if we're a good person, and honestly, it doesn't matter what others think, because as long as deep down inside your heart you know you're happy and you know that you're a good person, if your conscience is clear, that's the best thing. Because so many people just follow this rat race and carry on doing things that the society expects them to do. I'm actually quite lucky in that regard, because I broke away from the norms and the confinements of the society and culture and changed myself to be who I am rather than what everyone expects me to be. One of the reasons why I left medicine was I went into it in the first place to please my family, and then so many society and peer pressure and all those things kept me there. But I realized it wasn't something that made me happy, and I didn't wake up every morning thinking, wow, I'm going to go to work. So I just wanted to say thank you, but I'm no one special. I'm just an ordinary person who works hard and tries to do the best he can. One thing I do believe in is karma. If you do good without any expectation in return, then the universe will give you something back. If you do something good because you expect something good, even if you expect something good from your karma or the world, then it becomes a transaction. So I didn't practice this. Somehow I was born like this, or from the start I was like that, where whenever I do something nice, I do not think about what I would get in return. And in terms of helping people, one thing that I never used to talk about, because I thought it would be showing off, but now I think it's more important to talk about it, to raise awareness and allow other people to follow, is if you walk down the street and you see someone who's really helpless and poor or hungry or something, and you instantly, our reactions and instincts are, okay, maybe I should give this person a couple of I don't know, pounds or 50 pence, and will they be a druggie? Will they be, I don't know, pickpocketing or something? We always think of all the negative things. All I say to people and my friends is, if you went out with a group of friends and some stranger joined your group who was a friend of a friend and you were buying everyone a drink, you would happily pay £5 or $5 for their drink because you want to be nice to people, to complete strangers, but because they're in the same social circle as you. But when it comes to helping someone, we are all very reserved in the way we help people. The way I see it is, if I want to help someone, I think of it, okay, if I go out for dinner, how much money would I spend on my meal without thinking about it? Or if I go to buy a pair of shorts or a pair of, I don't know, a shirt, how much money do I spend on it without caring about it? And then that's kind of my measure of how I help people. And I think that's something very important, because not only that you feel good, so there is a selfish element to it, because psychologically you feel good, it helps you, your brain, and gives you the satisfaction, but it also humbles you and makes you realize that you're lucky and that you have been given certain opportunities and you worked hard and you are where you are. You also understand what it could be like if you were there in that person's place, and it brings that human connection. So it is very, very important to remain humble, and I am humble, I hope, because I don't think of myself as anyone special, which is why I wanted to make this video, because I get these messages and they make me a little uncomfortable, because I'm just a very ordinary person. I am educated, but there's so many people who are more educated than I am. I just got various degrees because I thought they would make me a better person at what I do for a living. In reality, I think it's your experience and how you operate in this world that makes you successful, not your degrees. So, not that I'm saying that you shouldn't study. Yeah, it is important. So let me touch a little bit upon my early life. I come from a broken home, and my parents got divorced when I was 3. Then my biological father died. I kind of found my own way in life, my own direction. So I'm quite a self-directed person. I don't have any sense of entitlement, and I don't think that I deserve anything in this world. I don't think anyone deserves anything in this world. I've said that in my other video, so I won't repeat it. But yeah, so, and I'm not arrogant. And I think it's very important that one shouldn't be arrogant and think of themselves as something great, because for me the most unattractive trait in a person is arrogance. It just ruins everything, especially people who have nothing to show for their arrogance. And we're surrounded by them everywhere. People who hide their insecurities by becoming arrogant and trying to make it look like they're better than what they are. It's transparent. Everyone can see it, whether you realize it or not. We all have a very good amount of emotional quotient, which allows us to measure people's body language, their tone, the words they say, everything. It's a whole combination of things. So I think it's about 30% of what they say and 70% of how they say it and what their body says that we absorb and decide. So arrogant people, not so good. If you're good at something, be humble. Pass on that knowledge and that information to other people. The problem with our human civilization is we are resetting every time a child is born. So we learn all these things in our life, and then we get to a certain age, we have children, but genetically we can't pass on our experiences to them and our knowledge. So they're born, so every time a child is born, that human civilization is reset to that point, and that child then grows up, doesn't listen to his parents, learns from his mistakes, get to the age where he says, oh, we become our parents. Yes, we don't become our parents, we just become experienced. and then they have a kid and it's reset. So that's why we are not living on Mars or on the moon, because we're resetting ourselves every so often. So while you can, and while you are surrounded by adults, do pass on your skills and your knowledge and information. People can steal your ideas, people cannot steal your brain. So I always say that I pass on my stuff and my skills to other people, and no one's stolen anything from me. All I've gained is loyalty, friendship, and pride out of so many people that have become better. So yeah, I think it's very important to remember how you can impact the world around you. So why am I so driven? Many people ask me, and I think it's because of my background. I was bullied throughout my life until, I don't know, I was 25, by kids at school, by my cousins, my friends, which I thought were friends, for various reasons. I was skinny and short, I had a long nose, I don't know, it was just like one thing after another, and I always tried to be the best at everything because that was the only way I thought I would find acceptance, and that if I excelled at everything. And to this day I always think I'm a failure because I always compare myself to other people and think, oh, maybe I could have done better. And I think that's what everyone does. So about 3 months ago I decided to get a shrink, and she's really good at helping me come to terms with the fact that I am who I am, and I don't need to seek people's approval and acceptance because it doesn't really matter. And I think it's because of my background where I was never good enough for anything for my family, and a lot of beatings as a result from, I think, the age of 4 is what I can remember until I was 16, by my family, which kind of I was never good enough. So I just, even now I am always trying harder and harder because I just am like programmed to be driven, and it's exhausting because you achieve something and you think, oh, that's not good enough, I should do better, and then you achieve the next thing and you think, oh, that's not good enough, it's better. You might have noticed I was buying cars so frequently and then I stopped, and it's because I think I was trying to achieve certain goals and I was giving myself these, I don't know, prizes for achieving those goals and thinking, yes, I've achieved this, so now I can do this, and then moving on. And I wasn't really happy, and I realized that it's important to be content as well as be successful and driven, because if there's no contentment, that you're really imbalanced in some way. Anyway, this video has become too deep and too psychological and blah blah blah, so I just thought I should make a video and tell you a little bit about me, so you can stop putting me on a pedestal and treat me like a normal person. And please don't write me an email calling me sir. I don't have a title. I'm just Ethan, so Ethan's good enough. Thanks for watching.